Today is the first day of blueberry season, so I'm going blueberry picking, but I thought I would do a quick garden video before I head out. And the garden is really looking nice now. These are all beets in these pots, but I do have some bush beans planted in there that I'm hoping will germinate in this heat. I just haven't been able to get enough beans going this year because I want to can beans. These bush beans are looking nice, and up at the top you can see they've run right off of the holes that I have, and I've planted more in between there hoping that they'll shoot up and I'll have sort of a continual harvest for a while of beans, enough to can perhaps. And this is my pickling cucumber, and I'm so excited because I'm getting little pickles on there, and I'm not 100% sure how they get, see the little pickle at the end of the blossom, how they get pollinated. I know those are females with the pickle, and I think there needs to be males on there for pollination, and there are a couple more blossoms and a couple more pickles, so I'm just hoping that all happens in nature the way it should. These are my beautiful carrots that I'm so pleased with. I've already eaten one of those and they're just yummy, but I'm trying to be good and let them grow. My green onions that I cut continually to put in my salads and things. And these are more cucumbers here with that little stray pea. It's kind of full right now too. And I don't know if I can get a picture, but somewhere in there's little baby English cucumbers starting to grow, so I'm pleased with that. These are my beautiful beet greens that I'm going to harvest probably tomorrow, a lot of the greens for a friend and I who want to eat some beet greens, and I'll leave enough to allow the beets to continue growing. And my tomatoes, this is a determinate tomato, so it has really set fruit. It is just full. These are my early bush girls, and there are so many tomatoes on there. Now, I have leaf curl on these plants. We've had so much rain and then so much heat. I don't know really what is the cause of the leaf curl, but it's setting a lot of fruit, and I'm giving it plenty of water to hopefully help that fruit to grow. My jalapeno is also setting fruit, has blossoms now, and I'm excited about that. You can see little baby peppers on there, and it's doing really well. This is the kale and chard that we've eaten so much off of, and I've cut it all back recently, but I love this little tender variety of chard. It's been making wonderful salads. John's been enjoying a lot of those. My other pot of carrots didn't fully germinate, but there are still little ones in there coming up, and I might add just a couple more and see how they do. There's a stray kale that got in with my little experimental beets in the yogurt pots, and it's doing well. Those are some flowers and basil, and my bell pepper plant, which is also getting little peppers on it now, so I'm happy about that. And there's some beets growing in with that as well. My new pot of cilantro, because the other one is going to seed, and usually I save my seeds. In fact, some of the cilantro I grew this year was from seeds from the other house. And this is my Roma tomatoes. It's getting quite tall, and it has lots of blossoms on it, but I haven't seen fruit yet, which is fine. I don't want them all coming in at once. Now this is my mystery. It's supposed to be a beefsteak tomato plant, but it's looking like one of those Italian, I think they're Marzano variety tomato, and if it is, I would be thrilled. So I don't know what to think of that, but look at the shape of those. That is definitely not a beefsteak tomato. Now in this one I had this really strange leaf curl, which I think might indicate that there is a fungus in this plant from the little bit of research I did. If that's the case, they say that it's not harmful to the fruit. You can eat the fruit and it doesn't travel to other plants. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm still in love with my celery. It's just really being prolific in its seed production, and I'm hoping to get lots of celery seed from that. I use it both in cooking, but I'm going to save some for growing next year. And it's just interesting to see how high that thing is getting. And these are my yellow zucchini, and you can see there are little baby zucchinis on there. And so I'm very happy with that, very excited. This lettuce it's very crunchy, and it's been so wonderful added to the kale and chard and spinach in my salads. And yeah, so the nasturtiums, they're beautiful, and hopefully they're doing what they're supposed to do, which is to deter the pests. And those are more beets that are growing in the ground over there. And my peas. The peas are lovely right now, and I've been picking them off and eating them. When I'm going out, I grab a few and put them in my pockets, but I'm trying to wait and let them get nice and full. So we'll see. My spinach over here it's going to seed, but it's still leafing, and so I'm using those leaves. They're really lovely in the salads. And over here I've got more beets and beet greens. This is spinach that's also going to seed, but this is getting into our warmest part here in BC. And I guess I need to come out and pick those leaves and get them cleaned for a salad. And just my herbs over here, and I figured out that is oregano growing in with my can't think of what it's called now. You'll tell me when you comment. But down here, this is also thyme from last year. Yeah, this is my rosemary. So this oregano, I don't remember planting it, but I had oregano 2 years ago, so I don't know if all that came up volunteer. And got a new little crop of cilantro there, and the old cilantro is kind of going to seed, and I need to cut this parsley and dry it so that it can keep growing. And my potatoes over here are surviving amazingly. They've been under attack so much, but even this ugly pot here does have potatoes in there because, yes, I've been digging around, can't keep my hands out of the potatoes, and I like that. So I love these little peekaboo doors on my potato bags. Yeah, so I've checked and there are at least some potatoes in there, so I'm excited about that. Anyway, beautiful summer day here. First day of blueberry season at the Blueberry Junction, and I'll be picking blueberries for the next 10 days to 2 weeks. So I'll be happy if most of these things hold off that long so that I can finish blueberry season and then continue working with the garden. Thanks for watching.